Welcome to Boys, episode I don't know.
115.
115?
Yeah.
Oh man, we're just trekking along.
We are.
It seems like only yesterday we were at episode 15.
Yeah.
And now we're 100 past that.
100 more than that 15th episode. That's crazy.
It is, dude. Hundreds of hours of sitting here talking to one of my best friends and just learning about each other, learning about ourselves.
We haven't done one of these one-on-ones in a while.
Well, let's talk about that. So
Yeah.
Dylan, our lovely third Mike, is out of town. He's on a family vacation this
Family
week.
trip.
And we talked about it. We were like, well, what are we going to do in lieu of Dylan's absence? And I thought, we could get a guest, fill out that third Mike, that lonely, shadowy spot over on the other side of the table. Or, we could throw it back, have a real throwback Tuesday, as the kids say.
They're always saying that. That's a hashtag, right?
It is. We should...
toss back Tuesday.
Toss them back Tuesday. Not anymore. But yeah, we'll toss back some memories.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe toss back our heads with laughter. Maybe toss our finger to the sky and wave it when we go, aha! I have something interesting to talk about. This is throwing it back to the old cold coffees of yore. We scrapped that a while back when we kind of started changing up formats and added a third mic and, guests off and on.
We were changing things up.
We were, but, a lot of people have mentioned, and by a lot, I mean, a handful of people.
Couple of folks.
One fine folk said, I miss those cold coffees sometimes. So I'm actually really glad we get to do this tonight. And strap in. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Oh, boy.
No, it's not. It's going to be it's smooth sailing. Smooth sailing.
Up and downhill.
So, man, I had the craziest fucking dream the other night. And I wanted to talk about it like a week ago. We didn't get to it last week. We've been having some really fun shows with cool guests. And thank you to all who have come by. And for future guests, returning guests, all the guests, be our guest. Be our guest.
Put our magic to the test.
This was a magical dream.
Okay.
I wrote notes in my phone because I didn't want to forget anything. But the problem is, you have a dream, you have a crazy dream every once in a while. And
like a super vivid one.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like not so much lucid. I don't lucid dream. But sometimes I have dreams that feel so real. When I wake up, I'm either really pissed that the dream is over or I'm really glad that the dream is over.
Or I've had a third one where you wake up and not for an extended period of time, but almost within like a 15 seconds, you question reality for a minute.
Do you love that feeling?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it, man.
Whoa, that was real?
Yeah, and you're right. It's from about like 5 to 15 seconds where you're just in this limbo. And that's a great feeling. And I had that exact feeling after I had this dream. So I put some notes in my phone. The thing is when you come off one of these dreams, you get real excited about it and you remember everything and you still have a little bit of that dream magic.
Yeah.
You know that like the residual dream magic, which is my favorite kind of magic. I put it to the test with this. It didn't quite work. I put the notes in my phone, but I'm going to try to go over this and it might come back to me.
Because you said that. I had a fucking crazy dream too, and I did the same thing. I did notes on my phone because I didn't want to forget it. Because you'll have you ever done that? You tell somebody, you try to tell them later, and you don't take notes. Like it was weird. You had to be in my brain for the dream. So when you did it, did you bullet point notes or
no?
How did
I
you
just
do
made
it?
a list because I was just trying to rapid fire get them in my phone as fast as possible. But the thing is even with what I put in here, it's still not as magic as when I was really remembering exactly.
As you were living it in the dream.
Yeah, or right after when you're in that day after, 2 days after. But so I'll try to break it down and I'll piece it together as we go on. And it's going to start off real cool. So I was at a Grateful Dead cover band show.
Dude.
All right. Are we having the same dream?
Maybe.
Okay. So I'm at a Grateful Dead cover band show. And remember, this is an alternate reality, so anything's possible. I was hanging out with...
I love that it's your dream and you weren't watching the Dead. You were watching a Dead cover band.
Yeah, like a real dad, So I was hanging out with Emily, one of the singers of the band Warpaint.
Okay.
And I think I was like kind of trying to court her.
Sure.
We weren't holding hands. We weren't making out. We were just like, I think I was trying to impress her by taking her to a Grateful Dead cover band.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because when I met her in real life, not in the dream world, not in the magic world, she told me that her parents were Deadheads. So maybe that triggered it a year and a half later in this dream. So And then I remember after the show, we go over to past boys guest and friend Tommy McKenzie.
Mm-hmm.
We go to his house. And we walk in and I'm like, hey man, I'm here to see your video game collection. So he takes me into his room and he shows me a couple systems and stuff. And then he's like, oh, but I got the real shit hidden away. I was like, ooh, I can't wait to see some rarities, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he takes us into the bathroom.
Can I pause you for a second?
Yeah.
So have you been to Tommy's house in real life?
Nope.
Okay, so this is okay. I was gonna say, have you ever had a dream where you go to somebody's house, but it's not the same house?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
different. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Continue. Sorry.
So he takes us into the bathroom. He lifts the right. He lifts the back off the toilet.
Like where you'd put a gun in a baggie or something.
Yes. Or where you put the 1 liter
style.
bottle, to save water, as like, I don't know, some hippies do sometimes.
Yeah.
And he pulls out Ziploc bags. And in those Ziploc bags, he has a PS2, a PlayStation 2 in like a gallon freezer bag.
He's hiding it in the shitter?
Toilet water.
Yeah, like a Coke deal at the high-low.
It was so weird, dude. And then, so he's showing me this stuff. We're like getting the water off the bags, and it was really vivid and really real to me.
Yeah.
In that dream magic, in that
That's
moment.
insane.
And then
Like
after
you can
that,
smell the
shit.
Yeah, and you could
the
feel the
residual
water.
shit.
Yeah.
No. And then he had a PS2, and then in another baggie he had a Game Boy with Pokemon Blue, which is weird to me. It's like, why that game? Out of all the video games, out of all the systems,
Could you read it?
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, it was Pokemon in a Game Boy Color. Like
They say you're not supposed to read in your dream, but I do all the time.
yeah. Well, I read this.
It's crazy.
I read this. And then after that, I went to do a little more reading. On the way out, there was an Oklahoma City Gazette laying on like the entryway table.
Mm-hmm.
And I pick it up and I notice that the cover story is it's the best of OKC. Their yearly best of OKC.
Because that's going
issue.
on right now, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I saw that recently. And I open up to page like 40 and I notice it's the winner's issue. And I noticed that I was voted most eligible bachelor in OKC
What?
by Cassidy Queerface.
Weird.
Our friend Cassidy.
Uh-huh.
That's her stage name. That's what she goes by in her performances.
There's a queer punk variety show.
Yeah. But it was like, I was voted most eligible bachelor in OKC, and then there was a quote from her underneath, but I couldn't read the quote.
Ah.
Not that I couldn't read it, but it was blurred out. Like it was pixelated.
Weird.
And I was like, dude, there's gotta be something to this. Like, that's really weird to me.
That is weird.
So I woke up from the dream and I was just in that limbo.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, what the fuck's going on? Did I go to Tommy's in my sleep? Did I like sleepwalk over there?
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And so I got real scared for a minute. And it took me a minute when I woke up to like put the landing gear down and like land back into reality.
Yeah.
And I loved every second of it.
Yeah.
I love it. What was your dream?
Dude, okay. It was the most cathartic. I don't want to use the word life-changing because that's putting too much on it. But it was, so you know me, I've always had a mortality fear, a fear of death. This dream, just like the blood of Jesus wiped it clean. It was insane. So I was at a rock and roll concert. It's at a 2-story venue, almost like a Granada theater or Tower theater. And I was up in the mezzanine area at the bar up there getting a drink with my wife. And then you should run up, like, stoked, because you ran into this, like, porn star / like, YouTube sensation.
Well, you know me. If there's two things I love, YouTube and porn stars.
But she was, like, one of those hot, nerdy girls.
Okay.
And she wrote a comic book that you got signed. And Diana was pissed because the artist on the cover who did the artwork, she's like, I love that guy. But this all seemed so fucking real. And you order a drink and we go down to the show and it kind of fast forwards through that. And then we go outside to smoke cigarettes, even though none of us smoke.
Right.
But it was so real. Like, when you go outside of a venue and you're waiting in between bands or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're outside doing that. But right next to the door, there's this truck, kind of a lifted old like Chevy C10. And you could see that it's dripping something underneath it. But not like, when you turn your AC off, it drips a little.
Yeah.
It's like almost pouring out. And this lady's trying to start her car. And we're like, no, dude, you're fine. She goes to start it and it ignites something and an explosion happens. It blows up the front venue, whatever. And everything just goes like black.
Okay, are we talking like Die Hard, you jump and the explosions behind you as you're flying through the air?
It was giant.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So, and then next thing I know, I'm kind of like waking up like, whoa, what the fuck was that? And I'm in this like, how we always make fun of the, like an apothecary mercantile coffee shop.
All right.
Where it's like
a hipster coffee shop.
Hipster coffee shop with like picnic, long, like artisan wood crafted picnic tables. And I'm sitting there and like, you're there and like everyone's just kind of like joking around, laughing, talking, whatever. And then this lady comes through the door and asks us to come outside. So we all go outside with her. We're like, this is weird. And then she's like, okay, now that I got you guys all together, just go ahead and try to grab any object around you. And we all try to, and you try to grab it, and your hand goes through it.
Oh man, some ghost dad shit.
She
I can't make that joke anymore.
That's where she tells us, you're dead, and this is kind of the afterlife. And I look at Diana, and we're like, fuck. We can't can we embrace each other? We're like freaking out, and we hold each other's hand, and it was like, dude, in my dream, like as soon as I held her hand, I could feel like it attached.
Yeah, you could feel like actual skin contact.
I felt the most overwhelming sense of peace I've ever felt in my life. It was insane. So we're like, all these people like freaking, you're seeing like different people adjusting to it differently. Like you freaked out for a second.
Yeah, I was all alone.
Yeah. But then you're like, it's cool. It's cool. We're cool. But then there's people like totally freaking out that they're dead. A dude fell in some bushes. Some of it was funny. Some of it was kind of dark. And then it kind of cuts to Diane and I are living in an apartment. I guess it's like the afterlife. You get an apartment. It was really weird. And she hands me she's like, hey, you got something in the mail. And she hands she's handing something to me like this, but there's nothing in her hand. And I go to reach for it. I'm like, there's nothing there. And she goes, ah. And then she turns it around. And as soon as she turns it around, it becomes visible. It was the weirdest thing. Almost like she got accustomed to this afterlife thing before I did. Yeah. It was weird. But then I open it up and it's like those little, when you get something in the mail, it's like it's a package, but it's not like an envelope, like plasticky. And I tore it open and it was like vintage Ninja Turtle toys. And I was super stoked to get them. I was like, oh, this is so rad. And I turned around, I'm like, oh, fuck, I got all of them. I was so stoked and happy. And I kissed my wife and I woke up.
Dude, that's insane.
But
First of all,
it all felt so real.
Yeah. First of all, turtles in heaven.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles of all the toys.
But here's the thing. One was a Raphael, and then in a separate internal sleeve, I pulled another thing out and it was a Bebop. And then there was another toy that was like, you know that He-Man toy that like one of the arms was like robotic, it was like a mechanical arm?
Yeah, it's not Man-at-Arms, was it?
Man-at-Arms.
Okay, maybe so. We'll call it Man-at-Arms.
It was that. But then there was another one that had the same kind of, but they all had like kung fu action.
Right.
And then one was all black and he had a giant arm that had like a panther head as a hand. I don't know what that was. It was just the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my fucked up dream.
So when you woke up, did you have that magic time, like where you had to come back down to reality?
No, as soon as my eyes opened out of bed, and it was one of those like, I didn't ease out of the dream. It was like, and now you're awake. And I had to look in my room like, oh, like, like ground myself for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It was fucking insane. But in that moment, I was like, if that's what it is, I'm totally fucking fine with it.
So how do you feel now that you're a few days removed from this dream?
Usually I start forgetting them, but it's still extremely, it's playing on a loop in my head. Like I can see every single part of it. It's so weird.
There's got to be some meaning to a dream that sticks to you like that, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing. We were at a show, but we never saw the show. We were just hanging out, kind of like what we used to do. We'd go to a show at the Green Door, not knowing who the fuck was playing there. We'd hang out at the bar and then go outside and smoke cigarettes. Who's playing? I have no fucking idea.
We're just here. We're just having a good time.
It was $8. Yeah.
Do you remember how much it was?
No. I mean, that's how much, like shows back in the day. But yeah, it was just really weird. And I woke up feeling happy because I haven't had a fucking vivid dream like that in a very long time. 2, it kind of eradicated this like, and it was getting kind of overwhelming sense of like dread and fear of the unknown of dying.
Sure.
And I know it's just a dream, but Maybe it's my subconscious saying, hey, dude, you're freaking out about this. You don't need to do that.
Maybe it's your body sending you a message through a dream in order to like regulate your brain. Like, hey, bro, step up from that ledge, my friend.
Yeah.
Like,
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like listen, that's going to happen. Don't worry about it. There's other things to deal with in life.
Yeah. Could be, dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of sleeping, last weekend, I woke up on Sunday morning and I had a moment of panic. So, I set my alarm to go off during the week so I can get up and go to work on time,
Oh, but as soon as Friday hits, that alarm goes off.
Well, I schedule the alarm.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I'm such a dad. I have an alarm clock.
You use an alarm clock.
I have
You've got one. You're looking at one.
I know. I can't remember what it's called, but it's your classic. It looks
like a Timex.
Yeah, it's like a
Sony Dream Machine.
It's a Sony Dream Machine,
dude.
And it's
classic alarm clock.
It's a digital display. I thought about this the other day. I was just cleaning the house because like we're kind of packing up shit because we might be moving or whatever. Just kind of pre-prepping.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this alarm clock. I'm like, I've got my phone. Dinah uses her phone as her alarm. I'm like, what is my deal? I've never had an alarm clock before in my life. I've always just used whatever was on my shitty flip phone or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? Why do I have this? But maybe it's because I'm partially deaf, and that alarm clock, it's not the beep that wakes me up. Is it weird to say there's a vibration that I hear? Like a pulse kind of wakes me up first?
Is it a vibrating alarm clock?
No.
So it's just the sound frequency, maybe?
I always hear it in my dream, and that's what wakes me up. I'll hear like a... I'm like, oh, I guess I should be done dreaming now. I got to get up.
Time to start the day.
Time to start the day.
No, so I set my alarm clock on my phone and I program it to where during the week it goes off and then on the weekends it doesn't go off.
Okay. So you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but I'm a pretty early riser even on the weekends. I mean,
what time do you get up on your day off?
Man, on a normal day off, I probably get up at 8, which is sleeping in.
And a normal day you wake up what, 6?
6:30 ish.
See, I wake up at 7 for work, and then on my days off, I probably usually wake up around 8. Sleeping in, like if I oversleep, it's 9:30. It's like 9:30.
Oh, I haven't hit 10 in years. Maybe once in a while.
I will hit 10 if I'm bartending on the weekends. Yeah, like if I'm working Friday night and I don't get home till like 4 or 5 in the morning. But even then, I'll wake up at 10:30. I'm like, I only slept 5 hours.
Yeah, and then even sleeping till 10 at this point in my life feels like I'm wasting the day.
Oh, dude.
Like, dude, those crucial hours between like 8 and 10 on a day off, it's the best hours of my day because like I get up, I don't have to leave the house right away.
No, you can prep. That's what I wish, you see, it's always in movies, especially in the 80s and 90s, you wake up, the dad wakes up, goes downstairs, makes himself a little breakfast and a coffee. I don't have time for that shit. I don't want to do that shit, but at 8 o'clock on a Friday when I'm off, I will wake up. I'll make some coffee.
Yeah, dude.
I'll put it on the French press. I'll whip up some eggs, let the dogs out, have a cup of coffee on the porch while they're outside. Like, I will enjoy the shit out of my morning.
It's one of my favorite times of the week is that weekend wake up where you're just like,
the weekend wake up.
You're taking your time. You're enjoying your morning. When I was younger, I would sleep till noon, 1, 2,
Easy.
because, you went out the night before and you're partying, hanging out with your friends.
Or you're just a lazy fucking teen or early 20s. Yeah, you're just lazy.
Dude, I couldn't imagine sleeping until noon now.
No. I would feel like it goes back to the whole, you're getting older, you realize, I don't have many more of these days, hours.
Gotta enjoy them.
Enjoy them while you have them.
Yeah.
And you start to realize how beautiful the fucking morning is.
There's a magic time, and maybe I'm just getting older and more agoraphobic and crazy, but like I don't really like nighttime. I used to love nighttime. I used to love, I'd go rule the night. Yeah. The sun would go down. I'd strap on my jean jacket. I'd hit the town. Got a pack of Camels, got a little money for the green door, and I'd just be out. And I thought that was so cool. And it was cool.
Yeah.
But dude, now, honestly, and this is going to make me sound so cool, but like when the sun goes down, like I'm ready to fucking go to bed.
I'm starting to feel that.
I used to think the early to bed, early to rise saying
was for squares.
Nerd. But now there's something about it, dude. Like I like I like to go to bed early and I like to get up early on my days off even.
Yeah.
Enjoy that morning, plan my day. You know what? Maybe do a little house cleaning. Just wake up, just like hang out for a few minutes and then do my thing, my rituals, so to speak. And then just do a little something around the house.
That's what I do. I don't, my house isn't a pigsty. It's not trashy, but I do I call it a deep clean.
Yeah.
One day a week. It's either Friday or Saturday because Sunday is just,
it's a Lord's Day.
I do nothing. I have brunch and then I do nothing.
You literally, is that like your recharge day?
Sunday is like, I'll go to the press. Ross will already have a nitro cold brew coffee waiting on me.
Dude, I need to go to the press.
Dude, we should come with me on Sundays.
All right,
it's the best.
Yeah, we might start having maybe like a Sunday brunch, a boys brunch.
Meeting. Boys brunch meeting.
Sunday
Plan
go to
for the
meet and
week.
brunch. I like it. Yeah, we could plan the show.
Yeah.
We could put some work into the show.
Yeah.
We could. Oh, it sounds great. Okay. Don't hold me to it this week.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
But yeah, I want to. I've seen so many pictures from the press, and I'm just like, fuck every picture I see. I'm not a big food picture guy, but every photo I see from there, I'm like Ashley from No Regrets. Like she posted a picture the other day, and I was like, fuck, that looks
Everything
good.
looks good. As a vegetarian, I see meat plates. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I want to eat that. That looks so good.
Joey and the boys and gals over there at the press.
They're doing good.
You can tell we're trying to get new sponsors, right? They're doing it right over there.
They are doing it right.
ThePressOKC.com. Tell them boys sent you. Tell them we're looking for a sponsor. No. Well, let's do it, man.
Please.
But back to waking up.
Yeah.
So on Sunday, I wake up and I had a moment of panic.
Okay.
So, our current schedule is we work 4 10-hour days and we're off on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays at our job.
Right.
And which is amazing. I love it. I've never had that kind of schedule before and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love it. I woke up Sunday and I had a moment of pure panic because I woke up, I slept in a little, which was about 8:30 and I sprung out of bed and I was like, fuck. Oh man, what am I going to tell my boss? Oh shit. I pulled my phone out, started to text. Then I realized
it's fucking Sunday.
It was Sunday.
Dude, I had that like a week or so ago. I literally, I freaked out. Diana was at work because she does the restaurant thing on Sunday. And I'm sleeping. I'm a good snug sleep. And what woke me up is I open my eyes and I see that the room is bright. I'm like, oh
yeah, that's
shit,
your first sign.
And I go, and I go, fuck! And I grab my phone to fucking text like Jacob or Robert, and I'm like, and as soon as I pull my phone up, it says Sunday, blah blah blah, the date. I'm like, you fucking idiot! And I just slam my phone down. I'm like, well, I'm up.
Yeah,
it was like 8:15.
Right, but the thing is, man, that Sunday waking up, think it's Monday, then realizing it's Sunday. When you finally realize that, the best feeling.
Yeah.
The feeling, I haven't had relief like that.
Yeah.
Like real relief.
Yeah, because you're like, I almost lost my job just then.
Or,
like,
or just would have been late, got in trouble, whatever, got a stern talking to, whatever the case
I think
may
that
be.
comes from having the 3-day weekend every weekend.
It throws you off.
By the time you get to Sunday, you're like, I get another one?
Yeah.
I get one more of these?
One more.
But here's the thing, that sense of like, good. I feel it's good. Sense of peace. But then you go, but I gotta wake up tomorrow and go to work. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, my day is right. I used to fucking dread Sundays when I was just a young 20-something working at the warehouse, coming home Friday. It's party time.
Oh yeah.
Beers in the fridge. Maybe go to the lake. Do whatever.
Or hang out with a friend, go to a bar, go to a show. Like it's time. It's on.
You party all weekend. And then Sunday, you'll party a little. From like noon to like 10. You'll party. Like, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
Then you get that sense of like, man, I gotta fucking go to work tomorrow.
Yeah. And I was young, so I wouldn't get hangovers, but I would still have that like Sunday night anxiety.
Dude, I would do that shit during the week too. I would get like, I'd go, there's a show at the Green Door on Tuesday. Fuck it, I'll go.
Oh, dude, yeah. When I was younger, like it was closing down certain establishments on a Tuesday.
Dude.
And it's like, now I just can't do that. Like my body literally goes, like can't do it. You're gonna regret it.
Yeah.
And there's things about it like, I'm like not drinking during the week as much anymore, if hardly at all. I mean, sometimes on the show.
Yeah, same.
But there's something to be said for waking up and not even a headache or not even like your stomach hurts, you're hungover, but like the anxiety involved with the hangover.
Yeah.
Not having that throughout the week. Like, because here's the deal, man. Like, I am not a morning person. It takes me I have to it's like a hostage negotiation, getting myself out of bed every morning.
To yourself.
To myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can hit that snooze one more time. No, you can't, motherfucker. Get up now or else I'll show you.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work for me to get out of bed without a hangover. When I have one, and then you add in that crippling anxiety and your eyes hurt and you didn't sleep well.
But then you have to you go through that whole the stages of like, all right, well, I'm gonna take a hot shower. Fuck, I'm taking aspirin, a lot of coffee. Do I eat greasy food? Is that gonna help? What do I do? And then the whole first half of your day, you're just miserable.
Yeah, dude. And then you hit that second wind about 3:00 or so, and you're like, all right, I think I'm gonna live. The headache went away. You rehydrated yourself.
But what sucks is you still feel it the next morning. You'll have like a residual hangover on the next day. Like,
little bit.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. It's the worst.
Yeah. I'm not 23 where I can just literally pound fucking 20 beers and then go to bed. That's what I would do. Just in a row. Just 20 beers back to back. And then wake up going, fuck yeah, dude. No,
not for me. Not anymore.
My wife gives me shit. Funny, like old man.
Like a ribbon?
A ribbon.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we'll be downstairs, like eating dinner or watching TV with the dogs or whatever. And then I'll keep looking at my phone for like the time. She's like, what, are you going to turn to a pumpkin, old man? Like, it's 9:30. Can we finish this upstairs? Like where the bedroom is?
Yeah, dude.
Like, I just want to, I'm not want to go to sleep. I just want to get comfortable that I can go to sleep.
I know we talk about this all the time, but I just need that landing gear down, ready to arrive in Slumberland, in Z-Town.
Because it doesn't. I don't think you don't think about it when it happens, but you kind of you think about it during the day of like, I feel like it takes me a long time to get to sleep, but you don't. You lay there and then you go to sleep. I try doing that with like a show. Like I'll start it, like when I start feeling really, really tired, I will purposely start an episode of something and then set a timer on my TV for the lowest, like 15 minutes.
Oh, the lowest?
Yeah.
See, I'm always at 180.
No, I do
180 minutes.
I do it because if I'm still awake by the time 15 minutes goes off, I'm like, okay, well, I know that 15 minutes it takes me longer to fall asleep.
So you're watching TV, trying to fall asleep. When that TV cuts off in the middle of somebody's sentence on the TV show you're watching,
I turn it back on. Like,
do you turn it back on? I was like, do you turn it back on, or is that your cue? Like, okay, got to go to sleep now.
I'll get invested in it. What I try to do is put on the most boring, lame thing possible that will make me go to sleep. I love Anthony Bourdain. I love all of his shows, but his voice and the
cadence of it, the tone of it,
and kind of the way the show is, it's not action packed. No, I could just zonk right out with that shit.
It's a night. Yeah, you know what? It's a great show to fall asleep to.
Parts unknown, great to fall asleep to.
Yeah, man. It's interesting. Like, I know I talk about sleep a lot, and I know I'm getting older, and I know we talk about, we're getting older, blah blah. In the grand scheme of things, we're not that old.
No,
but dude, like we talk about all the time, like we're older than we were. And here's the thing, man. When I was young, I ran on little to no sleep.
Yeah,
for like no shit, probably the first 25 to 28 years of my life.
Yeah.
I ran on little to no sleep. When I was a kid, I'd stay up playing PlayStation all night and maybe get like 3 hours of sleep, wake up, drag my ass to school.
You do that thing where you're like, we're going to stay up. Oh, we're not going to go to sleep tonight. And you do. Sometimes you did, but eventually you'd fall asleep.
How many all-nighters have you pulled in your life, if you had to guess?
An actual one where I did not sleep?
Literally no sleep.
One.
Just one in your whole life?
One. I attempted a lot, but I will count ones where I fell asleep for like an hour or two. But technically it's not sleeping.
No, I'm talking about a real all-nighter.
One, and it was when I was like 12 with my cousin. We stayed up and watched The Box all night. Music videos on The Box.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Was The Box a local channel?
No, The Box. I've been hearing people on podcasts talk about The Box. It was with a cable subscription, but you had to pay. You had to pay for the videos, but it never came in clear. Like
Right.
in
It was
one room of the house,
music videos on demand.
yeah,
Kind
which
of.
is genius.
Request
It's a
line.
music video jukebox for your house.
There you go.
But it was $3.99 to watch a video.
So dumb.
So I saw Gangsta Lean a lot. I saw Strokin' a lot. I believe that's the first place I ever saw MC Hammer's Put 'Em on the Glass.
Oh, this is old box. This is like vintage box.
Yeah.
Dude,
Apparently it kept going.
I paid for 2 songs on the box in my life. One of which was, oh boy.
Not MC Hammer's Put 'Em on the Glass. Sir Mix-a-Lot's Put 'Em on the Glass.
Okay. One of which was Counterfeit by Limp Bizkit.
Ooh.
The other was What's My Age Again by Blink-182.
Damn.
Because my buddy Nick, lived in Midwest City. For some reason, he got it crystal clear at his house.
Nick, yeah, he got the box great.
Yeah. So we would call up and request songs and use his mom's credit card.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, not a lot, just like once in a while.
Sweetly.
But we would sit around and watch that shit for hours.
And drink coffee,
or just soda, whatever. Just
actually,
hang
you know
out.
what? I take that back. I believe Nick Johnson and I had a handful of all-nighters because Nick suffers from insomnia, and he would make a pot of coffee. Like his mom would go to bed, we'd make a pot of coffee, and we would stay up watching Conan O'Brien and a pre-Adult Swim, Adult Swim. Like that late night Cartoon Network stuff that was weird, like Neon Flux and like MTV.
Yeah,
shit.
Liquid Television.
Yeah, and we'd pull a couple of them, and we just wake up. We'd get up, and then we'd go buy cigarettes and walk around. All nighters.
Good times. I tell you what, let's take a break. All night? Nah, just for a second. We'll be right back. BoysPodcast.com. It's a hub of all things boys. There you will find links to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as a golden donate button. If you like the show week after week, you want to give a little back, hit that button, throw a few bucks our way. Helps keep the lights on, helps keep the juices flowing. That's BoysPodcast.com.
Boys is available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube. Please rate, review, subscribe, share it, link it up.
Email us, boys@boyspodcast.com. Send us some feedback. Throw your physical address in the bottom of the email. We'll send you out some stickers as our way of saying thanks.
Speaking of thanks, thank you. Sponsor 1, Fat Bison. The lonesome sponsor.
I was trying to think of a song lyric to go with that, and I wasn't quick on the draw.
Wasn't that the Adam Sandler Lonesome Kicker?
Oh, boy. A real classic.
That was the downslide moment. But doesn't slide downhill, always uphill. Fat Bison. FatBison.com. Good wood, good man. Tell him Boy sent you. He might shave a little off. Ooh, shave like wood.
Plane a little off.
Is that what it's called?
Plane a little off the
top.
Yeah. FatBison.com. Yeah, he makes furniture, signs, accessories, wood accessories.
He's a real craftsman.
He's a woodsman.
He's a woodsman.
Master woodsman. Lastly, thank you for the donations as discussed. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for telling a friend. This is a labor of love every week. Josh and I and Dylan sometimes sits down and puts this show out. And, the best thing you can do to say thanks is just to tell a friend. Help spread the word. We're doing this for ourselves. We're doing this for you guys. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. And now, back to the show.
So that I'm a backseat boy. When it comes to Uber and Lyft.
You are.
And I know I shouldn't be riding an Uber because Uber is the devil or whatever. And
Wait, hold on. Why?
Well, Uber, it got all that shit about the owner and blah, blah, blah. And it kind of sucks, but I keep it on my phone because I'm also a sucker for a bargain.
Right.
So I will price compare. I'll pull up a Lyft ride and an Uber ride. I'm like, which is going to be the cheapest one? And it's always Lyft.
Yeah.
So...
All right. See, I figured it would always be Uber. But anyways, continue.
So it was a Sunday morning. I had left my car at the bar that I work at because I drove someone home. Mm-hmm. I took their car, drove them home.
Very nice of you.
So, but I was like, I'll just get an Uber to my house tomorrow, to back to my car. So I get my Lyft. I'm just waiting on it. But I'm dressed cool. I don't know. I'm not like Like I'm going to go to my brunch. I'm getting in my car. I'm going to go to my little personal brunch.
You're ready for the day. You're not in like, you don't have your hair up and you're wearing like sweatpants.
I'm dressed.
Yeah.
And this car pulls up and I'm walking to the back door like I always do, the back passenger door, and it's locked. And then the passenger side front window rolls down like, and then I lean my head over to the window like, and this lady goes, sit up front. I'm like, okay. So I get in and I shut the door and I turn to the back to see like maybe she had something in the back seat or whatever. There was a fucking baby.
Like, hold on. In a car seat?
In a car seat. This kid couldn't have been any older than 1 year old.
Man, is that legal?
I thought it was. So I don't say that. I go, huh. I don't know. Bring it up. And she's a talker.
The lady's a talker,
yeah,
or the baby?
The lady.
Baby's not old enough to talk yet.
No. She's just talking and talking. And then eventually I'm like, so he brought the kid along, huh?
Hey, whose baby is this?
No. She starts out telling me about she drives for FedEx and don't trust FedEx drivers. So it's like going to the whole fucking thing. And then he's like, so you brought the kid with you today, huh? And she's, oh no, I'm babysitting. And
what?
And I go, huh. Double dipping. And she goes, yeah, make a little money on the side. I'm like, so you're getting money from me and my Lyft ride while someone's paying you to watch their kid. Now, in my mind, if I don't have a child,
right?
But if I did, and I'm paying a woman to watch my kid,
right?
Don't take my kid in a car with strangers. I could have been anybody getting in that car.
Dude, if I was a parent and I found out that my babysitter was moonlighting or daylighting as an Uber driver with my baby, not only with strangers, but just being, in a car all day.
All day.
That's not safe.
No.
Like, I feel like a baby's precious cargo.
It is. She didn't even have the thing on there saying precious cargo on board.
No baby on board?
No baby on board. But it wasn't her baby. She's watching somebody else's baby.
Dude, that's insane. Would you think it would be worse if it was a dog?
I don't mind the dog. Okay. I've been in a Lyft that they had a dog with them.
Really? And I've never been in that either.
For some reason, I'm okay with that because it's not a human fucking being.
A tiny, fragile human.
And not only that, a tiny, fragile human that does not belong to you. You're just taking it around.
Dude, that is so fucked up. How did you react?
I was in a state of shock. I couldn't really say anything. And I'm like, okay, have a good day. It was the weirdest thing. I've never, ever. Now, I've done like Uber share, or like Lyft share, where like there's someone else in the car.
Yeah.
But that's another rider.
Well, it's another adult.
I've never had one where their friend was with them. You know what I mean? I've heard stories like that where they ask you to you're sitting in the back and they're like boyfriend or girlfriend's in the car. So I'm like,
that's still kind of weird.
It's weird.
It's like, what is this, beginning of a porno or something? Could be weird. Dude, speaking of Ubers, when Jake and I took the Uber, or I don't remember if it was Uber or Lyft. Anyways, we took it to go to the pumpkin show. Our Uber driver was super weird. He was a talker. He was a real talker. And he kind of had this like New York accent. You know, he talked like this. And dude, he told us this story about this guy that he picked up last night. He was like, yeah, this guy got in my car and I had to kick him out last night. And we were like, oh shit, why? Tell us. You know, we were interested. We were ready. And he was like, yeah, he was, I picked him up from the Havana Inn over there and I took him to his house. And he kept talking about how he was really horny. And then I look back in the rearview mirror and I look back there and he's jerking off.
Oh my God.
Okay, strike one, right? Okay. Strike one against the passenger, but
where you were sitting,
right? Well, Jake was sitting. I was in the front seat. I sat in the fucking front seat. I'm a backseat boy too, but I'll tell you this, man. If you and I, or me and Jake, or me and whoever, or Kate or somebody, we're walking up to a Lyft or an Uber, I always take that front seat because I'm a talkative guy. I don't mind taking one for the team.
But there's only two of you. Just do two in the back.
Well, the front door was swung open, so somebody had to get up there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty weird, right? He's talking about this guy jerking off. Then the guy proceeds to drop the N-bomb. He goes, and I'm not going to say it because I'm a good person nowadays. But he was like, yeah, he was in the back seat, that N. And my jaw dropped more for that than the jack-off thing. The jack-off thing is kind of funny. Oh my gosh, a drunk guy jacking off in the back of your Uber. But he was like, yeah, the F and N. And I was just like, and now we're speeding down the highway at this point.
Yeah.
I can't just like, hey, pull over. We want to get out.
Yeah.
We were almost to the whatever. I didn't leave him feedback and I didn't tip him.
Yeah.
But I thought the balls on somebody.
Yeah.
To drop that in front of two strangers.
That's one of those ones. I thought the same thing about my driver. I told Diane about it because she works right down the street from Speakeasy. So I got in my car and I drove over there to be like, hey, I picked up my car. Told her what happened. She goes, you're going to report her, right? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know the rules. Like, is she allowed to have a kid in the car?
Right. And
like,
does it make
your thing is like, is it your place to report that guy for being inappropriate?
Well, it was a terrible thing to do, and it was definitely a lack of judgment.
Right.
Like, he has no idea who we are.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, wow. And it was so matter of fact. It shocked me. But I think with your situation and my situation, it puts you in this weird, like, Larry David moment.
Totally awkward because I'm in your car. I cannot. Same thing. She is on the like we're going down the highway. Like I couldn't believe it, dude. Yeah. Like the thought did cross my head. Like, dude, I'm just gonna fucking ask him to pull over and we're gonna get out. But then I was like, we're trying to make this show. How much racism can I accept to get to the show on time? Yeah. Which was way too much, but I was just like, it floored me. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine just being the kind of guy that drops that kind of language in front of a complete stranger? Not to say friends make it better, but still. Not only a complete stranger, but your employer, that's your job. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you said the thick New York accent. I'm willing to wager that this man was a former New Jersey, New York cab driver. Right. Moves to Oklahoma. Right. Starts Ubering. Because out there, they'll say that kind of shit. Yeah, and he did, you know what? No filter. Come to think of it, he did drive very aggressively. Yeah. So you might be onto something. Maybe. I've had that a lot with Ubers. Like, oh, I'm from here and here, but I moved out here for a job and the job fell through, or I came out here for school, or my wife, something or other. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And the other thing I've noticed about both Uber and Lyft, I think the vetting process is really slipping. Because when Uber and Lyft first started, it seemed like every time I got into one of those cars, it was like clean. Very clean. Nice. And the cars were nice cars. Late model. Yes. But dude, this dude picked us up in like a 98 Prelude that smelled like balls inside. This chick picked me up in a rusted Toyota Avalon. And I'm not car shaming, okay? I know it gets you from point A to point B. I don't have a fancy car. No. But I'm just saying, like, it seems like the quality control is it used to be something away. I used to really enjoy it, and I also used to like flexing with like friends who didn't have it. Yeah. Like Uber. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get us an Uber. I'm like, yeah. What do you mean? Like, oh, it's pretty nice. And you get it, and they get it, and like, oh, this is really nice. Oh, yeah. You mean we get to be driven somewhere? It felt like a car service. Yes. Not like Jim Bob fucking fired up the Astro van and like you're just fucking hitchhiking at this point. Yeah. I've had some guys go, yeah, I just live right around the corner, so no big deal. Like, dude. So, dude, it's so weird. I'd rather them just don't talk to me. I love that where you get in and they go, Josh? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shut the door. That's it. Dude, but see, it's the bane of my existence, my Uber existence is like, I'm a talkative guy. I'm a friendly guy. I always initiate the conversation. And as soon as I do, 9 times out of 10, I'm just like, why? You wish you wouldn't have done it. Why did I do that? Why didn't I just shut up? You know what? Next time, I'm going to have ear pods in. Yeah. I'm going to have headphones on. I'm going to have something. Yeah. I'm guilty of doing that too, of sparking up conversation, just to kind of like eradicate any awkwardness. Like, hey, you ain't going to kill me, right? No. Racist bastard. Like, so I was like, oh, it's a nice day. I'm like, yeah. Huh? And always straight to the dead. Like, can you believe how hot it was yesterday? And I just go, did I just fucking say that? Jesus. There's something to be said for
diverting directly into the dad talk.
What, dude? Small talk about the weather is you might as well be saying, I have nothing to talk to you about.
I'm just filling space.
I feel words need to come out of my mouth, but it has to be something that you can reciprocate back and say something back to me.
100%. And I'm like I said, I'm the guilty one of initiating. But you know what? I'm going to try an experiment. Next time I get an Uber, I'm just going to put my headphones in as soon as I walk up to the car, or when they're pulling up, because that handy app. That handy app tells you just how far they are away.
Oh, yeah.
Tells you what they're driving, tells you their name. Shows the car in real time pulling up to your house. And it's like, oh, they're a block away. Bloop, bloop. Pop them in. Not going to say a word. Because I have done that before, but it's pretty rare. I usually talk to somebody.
Yeah.
But if I'm out of state, like traveling for work or something, I kind of feel like a rock star, just kind of getting in the back of that car and just like looking at something quote unquote important on my phone for 20 minutes when I'm really just like looking at the same 4 Instagram posts over and over again,
Yeah, I'm just refreshing reverb and
over and over. It's like, oh, it's been 5 minutes. I better search that pedal again to see if it came up. Maybe one just got listed.
Well, because when you're doing that, it basically tells the person, please don't talk to me.
Totally.
You could literally just doing this to a black screen.
Yeah.
Like just thumbing around on a black screen.
Totally. Speaking of travel, last time I went and did a guitar convention for work. So I had this story I've been wanting to talk about, and finally it sees the light of day.
Nice.
So there's like a food truck court. Okay. There's probably it was a pretty big event, hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of people there. So there was probably about like 10 food trucks. Right. So it's lunchtime. I'm getting hungry. I'm working up a real appetite.
Oh, yeah.
And so I go to this barbecue stand, and I was going to get a barbecue sandwich. I was like, that sounds good. I've earned it. I'm ready to sit down, have that sandwich. So I get up. So there's a pretty good line. There were probably 8 people in front of me.
Okay.
I'm
not too bad.
Not too bad, but
there's a wait.
So
long enough to pull the old phone out.
Yeah. Oh, any wait's long enough to pull the phone out, dude.
There's a guy in front of me. Fuck.
Yeah. There's a guy getting his change. Hurry. So I'm waiting in line for quite a while, and it's a busy event. I'm a chill guy. I'm like, they're doing the best they can. So there's a dad and his daughter in front of me, and they order their food. He got a barbecue sandwich, a pulled pork sandwich. She got some chicken nachos and an ice cream cone. And the dad was just like your stereotypical dickhead dad.
I hate dickhead dads.
The worst.
Yeah.
And just humor me if you will. But we're starting up top. You got like the crisp, like some sort of military hat.
I was gonna say this guy's got a flat top.
Under that hat, I'm sure he did, because he was sporting a sweet pair of white walls.
Oh, God.
Straight across. Hey, you know what? I'm going to get my haircut. You know what? Over the ear there, just take it straight across.
Straight across.
I'm going to make your job easy. See right there at the apex of the ear? Just right across.
Anytime you see someone with walls, they're an asshole.
It's not a good look.
It's not a good look. They're always an asshole.
Listeners, if you can show me, DM us at Boys Podcast on Instagram, tweets at Boys on Twitter, our Facebook, our email, boys@boyspodcast.com. Any avenue you choose. If you know me in real life, text me a photo of some good looking white walls.
Tap me on the shoulder and show me.
Show me on your phone.
You're going to find none.
I would love to be proven wrong. Not going to happen.
Oh, the dude from Antwoord, he's got ascending walls.
That is the next level.
That's next level walls.
So, okay, he had some white walls. He had like a U.S. Navy hat on.
How old is the kid?
Crisp. The girl was probably 15.
Okay.
So yeah, he had like a dad shirt, and I'm talking like a hot rod shirt that had like guitars on the
pocket,
front, on the pocket. Then on the back, it was like life is full of choices. It was a long line. I had some time to read the shirt. It was like life is full of choices, and it was like a beer, a woman, a guitar.
It's the dad novelty tee.
Yes, total dad novelty
that they
tee.
wear unironically.
Tucked in, braided belt. With some of those classic like Obama mom jeans, pulled up a little too high.
Boy, yep.
Some like faded lees,
Faded lees.
And then the crispiest, newest white New Balances I've ever seen. I mean, like some dad.
He's like a character.
He's a dad cartoon character. So they order their food, and I go up, and right after I order, she comes back out and tells the dad and his daughter, and tells me, I got a pulled pork sandwich too, that they were out of pulled pork, and that in return they would give us some grilled hot dogs for free for our time. And like I said, I'm a chill guy, so I was like, it ain't a pulled pork sandwich, but it's free. Give me the dogs. Bring me the dogs. And I was like, yeah, could I get like 2 of those bad boys?
So they
and
like
some
reimbursed
fries?
you for your food.
Yeah. Yeah. They gave us our money back, and they gave us hot dogs. And so we wait. Okay, then the waiting begins, and no joke, dude, I waited for like 45 minutes
For a hot dog?
2 hot dogs. Now they were on the grill and they had fixins on them. They were some pretty good-looking dogs.
Yeah, a hot dog is like the quickest thing to make.
I know, dude. But here's the thing. There were a lot of people there. It was the middle of the day on a Saturday. It was
busy.
Starving. I knew if I went anywhere else, I'd have to wait again. So I was like, fuck it. I'm in it. I did steal a Pepsi.
Am I wrong, though, that everyone knows this feeling, like when you're fucking so hungry, the hunger makes your brain not function, so you can't decide what you want to eat. Nothing
totally.
Sounds good, but you're like, I gotta eat something.
Yeah, I just need anything in my stomach.
But the worst thing to eat is a fucking hot dog, because it feels like it feels when you eat it like it's making you full, but it's not. It's just making you gassy and bloated.
Yeah,
because you're hungry like an hour later.
It doesn't stick to the ribs.
No, it does not.
So anyways, this dad is pissed. And then he starts rubbing off on his daughter. His daughter starts getting really cranky and pissed off. And I didn't say anything because I don't like to meddle.
Yeah.
I'm like, the dude can be mad, whatever.
Yeah.
But they went ahead.
Zombie.
They went ahead and gave her ice cream cone, which was a beautiful ice cream cone. It was a picture perfect waffle cone with a swirly top with some sprinkles on top.
Oh, soft serve.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Beautiful ice cream cone. The thing is, though, the look on her face when she was eating this ice cream cone, she looked so angry, and it didn't help that she kind of looked like Joe Walsh.
Oh, a 15-year-old Joe Walsh looking girl?
Yeah. But she was
Sad.
eating an ice cream cone with this scowl. And I'm thinking to myself, girl,
You're eating an ice cream cone.
how can you be angry?
The most joyous of foods is an ice cream cone.
Is that not the definition of a treat?
Yeah.
It's a treat.
That is the pinnacle of treats.
It's a goodie. How can you be angry while enjoying something as beautiful as an ice cream cone?
I would never, before this story, I would have said, you will never see someone angry with an ice cream cone.
I did. And it was just the scowl, just like if I could sum it up in a sound, it was just like, meh, which is pretty much Joe Walsh.
Now, if it was a shitty ice cream cone, sure.
It was beautiful.
But it's beautiful and it probably tasted great. But her inner monologue had to be like, but don't know, my dad's pissed, I'm pissed.
Well, she probably didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Like, bring me out to this guitar show. It's hot. Da, 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 whatever. So, okay, so we wait. And I'm starving. They had a big ice bucket with a bunch of cold drinks in it. And I ordered a Pepsi with my meal. And I drank my Pepsi while I was standing there. So I walked over like a real badass.
Grabbed another one.
Grabbed another.
Yeah.
I thought,
They're out.
What?
They're here.
Yeah. This is for my time, which is very valuable. So anyways, okay, so 45 minutes pass, no joke. And they bring out, she had 2 trays. She had a tray for me and a tray for the dad and daughter. She brought out the hot dogs. They were great looking hot dogs, like seeded roll, like onions, like grilled onions, all relish, all
like
the fixins.
A dressed dog.
And I got 2, so it actually did fill me up.
Yeah.
And then they came with they had like spiral hand cut French fries.
Oh, fuck me.
Highly seasoned.
Where like they're like all one French fry.
Yes,
Oh,
you have to like rip it
relish.
apart. It was delicious. When she came out, you could tell this poor lady working the stand, she was flustered. They're out of food. The wait time's through the roof. People are angry. There's a fucking mob of people there by now. She hands me the tray and she goes, I'm sorry, honey. We're going as fast as we can. Sorry about the food. Hope you like those. And I was like, hey, no problem. Thanks for the free lunch. That's cool of you. When she handed the tray to the dad, he put both hands out and he grabbed the tray from her. like a magician pulling a tablecloth.
Oh, dick.
And this is what he said. It better be good. You dick.
Dude.
You fucking dickhead dad.
I hate assholes.
First of all, it's not her fault that they got mobbed by people, that they were unprepared.
Yeah.
They were understaffed. They didn't have enough food. You waited 45 minutes to be a dickhead dad.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your Joe Walsh looking daughter.
Here's my thing.
She's tainted.
If you're that person, that kind of person who's that angry, and we all know people and have seen people in public who are just bitter, angry people, mad at the world. If I was an angry person, what I would do in that situation is after the first, I would leave and go somewhere else.
Well, he was waiting for a free hot dog. If it was that important to him, wouldn't he just fucking walk? You have nothing to lose.
Yeah, you're not losing
She got
anything.
a free ice cream cone. You both enjoyed your sodas. Move on to the next one.
Just go. Don't be a dick.
Just go. But the fact that you say it better be good, the delivery, dude, it was hateful. The fact that you say it better be good about a fucking hot dog.
Yeah.
It's a hot dog.
What did the lady say?
She just kind of, you know that classic thing where you like blow air up to get your bangs out of your face when you're like, yeah. She just goes and turned around and walked off, ran off because she had to help the next person. I mean, they were, I kid you not, they were so slammed. What a fucking prick, dude.
Dude, I would have loved to have been that lady and just like, when he goes, better be good, go, yeah? And then just smash those hot dogs in front of her.
Dude, or take your hand and slap the bottom of the tray.
So it just flies up.
Where it just flies up comically like a a 90s high school food fight scene or something. What a prick, dude. I didn't let it bother me, I blew it off, but in that one moment, I did want to interfere. I want to be like, hey, you dork, chill out.
Yeah.
Walk on. Here's $5. Go get a fucking hot dog somewhere else.
Yeah. Grow some fucking sideburns on your face.
Seriously. It was terrible, dude. And I don't know, it just stuck with me for so long. I was just like, you're really going to be a shithead to this lady that's like sweating her ass off, probably not making a lot of money, you know? Like, what a dick.
Have you ever had like that reminds me, except I was thinking about this recently, a dickhead who just stays with you. You ever had mine is, I had a girlfriend in high school.
This guy was exactly that. Go on.
Her dad was the biggest fucking dickhead. He never smiled, just a scowl on his face the whole fucking time. Short haircut, same thing, military guy, former military guy.
Clean pressed.
Just clean pressed dick. He would never talk to me. I'd go over there and watch TV and movies with him. It was just a grade A asshole. And to this day, I still think about that guy. And my thought is, what the fuck happened to you?
I know,
Why are
dude.
you such an asshole?
Totally.
You have a beautiful wife. You have 2 kids that love you. You're retired. You have a decent life.
It's all
what are you
downhill
such a
from
dick
here.
about?
Yeah. I don't get it, dude.
I am a phase in your daughter's life. I am in and out in a year. That's it. Don't worry about me.
Yeah. You'll be gone.
Yeah.
You'll be gone in a blink of an eye.
Yeah. Don't be a dick.
I don't get that, dude. I get mad about things like dickhead dads, things like that. But like, I don't like harbor anger. I don't let it really stick with me. I'm not like, dude, I'm a friendly guy in public.
Yeah.
We make fun of things. We rib each other a little bit, whatever.
Yeah, we joke.
We Robby. We're just doing it. But I don't walk around with a scowl on my face.
No.
I don't. If I meet someone at a store,
It better be good. You don't do that shit.
I would never say that.
No.
I don't care if I waited an hour and a half.
I've waited a very long time for food before. I've gotten flustered and angry, but I didn't let it show.
Yeah.
I would tell the person that I'm with, like, can you fucking believe this?
Yeah, that's one thing.
Right.
But to take it out on the employee
But
or
when they
whatever,
come over, I'm never like, better be good. They're like, I'm so sorry. Like, no, it's fine. It's cool.
yeah. And
I don't even send food back.
you might
I'm
look
that
at
guy.
your wife and like roll your eyes, the passive aggressive stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't get people that walk around who are just rude to people. Like you see it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You see it every time you go to the grocery store, every time, you go any store, any restaurant, you just see people like that. And then you see people who are so oblivious and just loud, or they're letting their children run
Yeah.
just free, just
So
screaming.
insane. And well, now the thing is, now you see it happen all the time with the internet. Like people post YouTube videos or Instagram stories or whatever. Of like, can you believe this asshole?
Yeah.
Or it's someone posting, being an asshole, thinking they're in the right.
Right.
It's like, no, dude, you are the dick in this situation.
The entitled white trash is what it usually is.
Yeah.
Or like that lady that threw her shit at that Tim Hortons.
Now, see that thing.
At least she had the balls to pull her pants down, drop a fucking hefty shit.
Made a statement.
Oh, made a duty. Dropped a fucking loaf of bread size shit.
There's a lot.
And
then just
threw it.
Scooped it and threw it.
I'd rather see that than Joe Walsh Nose getting angry over an ice cream cone.
I just don't like people getting... There's really nothing to be that... It's food.
Yeah.
It's a hot dog.
Yeah.
You don't like it. You said it's a food truck park. There's plenty of them around.
Totally.
Find the shortest line. That's what I would do. Find the shortest line. I don't care what it is. I'll eat it. See, with being a vegetarian, I don't have that luxury anymore.
Right.
But when I was a meat eater, that shit happened all the time. It's like, you're at the fair or you're somewhere. It's like, well, there's a fucking wait.
Yeah.
Well, that fucking corn dog line's only got 2 people in it. I'll eat a corn dog.
Dude, you just learn to roll with it.
Yeah, you roll with it. You deal with it.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't get people that just walk around being angry all the time. It's like, I get angry about things.
Yeah.
I get it. But it's just like,
Yeah. People with their panties in a wad.
dude, okay, speaking of that,
Yeah.
people that get their panties in a wad, for me saying, get your panties in a wad.
Yeah.
Somebody corrected me a few weeks ago, like, you shouldn't say that, me too. And I was like, oh, God, really?
That's not what that saying means. I mean, it's like, I don't, we could probably look it up, what it means. But I think my interpretation of it has always been like, your underwear's riding up your ass.
Because you're a tight ass.
Yeah.
Because you're walking around with your butt cheeks
Yeah.
clenched. I never equated panties in a wad with a vagina.
No.
Now, I know women wear panties, and I can see where the correlation lies, but I didn't think of it as really a sexual thing. I just thought it's like, yeah, you're walking around like clench your butt cheeks right now.
Yeah.
You're just walking around.
No, or it's like, when you wear clothing and you're maybe walking around for a while, but your underwear starts to ride up your ass.
Right.
That's what I always thought it meant.
I don't know, man. So okay, we got to close the show soon, but I want to talk about one more thing before we go.
Okay.
So I have a friend who is undergoing the ultimate challenge right now.
Okay. What's the ultimate challenge?
Well, I had never really thought of it this way until we had a pretty good conversation about it. So if you know me, I like to jerk off. All guys do. Most girls do. We all like to jack off.
I'm really worried about where this challenge is going.
Well, he is taking a month off jacking off.
Okay.
Okay?
Like that, what was that Josh Hartnett movie? 40 Days, 40 Nights?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or they call it, what is it, like No Fap November?
Yeah.
Whatever it is. So he's like, man, I'm testing myself. And I'm paraphrasing here a little bit, but I'm testing myself. I'm going to try to go a month without jerking off. I've read that it helps like clear your mind. Mm-hmm. It helps maybe give you a little more energy. You might be a little more focused, things like that. I've read some things about it, in my years on this earth. Now, I've never done that myself.
Yeah, I'm like a week. I can go like a week without jerking off.
Really?
Yeah, that's about it.
Dude, I don't know if I've ever went a week. Like, since I learned to touch it, since I learned to press that magic button.
Oh, no, it was like daily, a few times daily. Okay,
but that's the other side. Like, I've never really been a few times daily guy.
You mean to tell me? I mean, shit. At least twice a day for me on the weekend. It's like one day on the weekend, I'll just like rub one out, and like an hour or two later, I'm like, yeah, that wasn't enough. Let's do another one.
Really?
Yeah.
I think maybe I just have a long refractory period because I'm a once a day guy.
Yeah.
Not every day, but I 5 of the 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I would say. Not to get gross, but it got me to thinking about that. And I think that maybe I want to try it. This ultimate challenge.
Yeah.
It sounds hard. It sounds really hard though, because for me, it's kind of just like a ritual. It's like, I light some candles, I don a robe, I sacrifice a virgin, collect its blood.
It's almost like, I'm not saying you're addicted to it or we're addicted to it. I think It's like, you know, people who smoke or drink or whatever. Like it's like I just do that. You know,
It's just like a thing. Like, yeah, it helps me sleep, or like, you know, it's a nice way to end the day.
Or it takes
Just
that
tugging my
fucking
dick.
frustration. I mean, you get horny, you get sexually like you're like, I gotta jerk off. You know what else does that? Doing something else.
Yeah. Well, and that's what my friend said. He said, man, that the key to, because I was asking him about it, because I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting, you know? And we started talking about it, and he said, you know, the key to it is don't get bored, because as soon as you're bored, your dick's in your hand. You know?
Yeah. Next thing you know, shit.
Yeah. Oh, shit, what am I doing? Not this again. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll do it too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because just saying that the other day I did it 3 times. And as soon as just like on that last nut, I go, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing, though, man, and I'd be down to maybe to try that, you know, to like, how are we gonna know? How are we gonna keep each other in check, though? Because I could be lying.
Well, I'll tell you this, straight up, Sunday, well, not Sunday, Monday through the work week, I don't touch my dick, except to piss. Like I don't jerk off during the week.
Ever?
No.
You're just a weekend jacker.
I'm a weekend warrior. Yeah, I'm a weekend wanker.
I'm a once a day guy, just to be, you know, stones are on the table here.
Yeah.
Once a day guy.
You got to clean the pipes. Yeah.
When I have company,
Sure.
no, but
It's not necessary.
that's why I say, you know, 5 of 7 days a week. But you know, I got to thinking about it, and then I don't know, my train of thought went like this, like, also, man, porn has been kind of freaking me out lately.
Yeah.
Dude, porn is really gross these days.
Yeah.
Now, not to say I don't partake, you know?
Yeah.
I like what I'm into. But dude, I don't know. As of late, I've been really kind of feeling guilty about porn.
So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's kids these days or whatever. But anytime I'm just scrolling through, just streaming, I'm not downloading anything. It's a 15-minute, 10-minute, whatever clip. You see the square of the thing, and like, that's a pretty girl. I like that.
Yeah,
and
pretty lady.
And you click on it, and then it pops up, and then the headline for it pops up, and no shit, it's like, stepmom fucks son. I'm like, what's up with this stepmom porn?
There's
it's fucking everywhere. And I can't find a cute girl. And then you find out, oh, that's all this girl does. She just does that. She's a fetish porn star.
Or it's like, you know, stepdaddy teaches his daughter how to deep throat.
No.
It's like, dude, I'm not. Hey, you know what? I might be into some shit. Incest is not on the list.
No, not on the list at all. And another one, like we've talked about on the podcast before, the teen thing is like, if it says teen in the title, I can't. Even though the girl's clearly 33,
right? I'm
not gonna, because I don't want to be on a fucking list for something, because that shit doesn't entice me either.
It's weird, man. I don't know if it's just a mood I'm in lately, or if I'm starting to like grow up finally. 37 years old. Now I don't know what it is, but man, I've just noticed lately that like, oh, this girl doesn't look like she's having a great time.
Yeah,
and that's what really starts to creep me out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes I'll when I make my selection, I'm like, okay, they're both having fun. It's nice. It's good.
Consensual, good consensual intercourse.
Yeah, good consensual fucking. But sometimes I'm like, why is it all gotta be so, like, you know, I like to get a little into the moment.
Yeah.
But it's like, God, like you're about to kill that person.
But here's the thing. You and I are different people, different strokes, literally for different folks. I'm an amateur guy. I like homemade stuff.
I leave it to the pros.
You don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of that fish hooking. You don't gagging, and none of that really happens in amateur stuff. It's usually just a couple at home fucking on a webcam.
Yeah. Like I like butts, okay?
Yeah.
But I don't want to see the back of your throat from the back.
No.
Like I just don't get all that, man. Yeah. And maybe I'm being old guy again, you know, once again. But it's just like, geez, or like, you know, they'll be like doing a little bit of foreplay or whatever, you know, because all porn start the same. It's usually like the girl with some cheesy ass techno music playing, and she's just like by a pool or like against the wall, and she's just kind of like, I call this like the show off, where you're just rocking back and forth, maybe pull the boobs out, like it's, you know, cheesy like chill wave music or something. And
then she gets semi-nude.
Yeah.
Dude walks in.
Okay. But then like, you know, they'll be doing a little bit of foreplay. Then the dude just reaches up and is just like, and just like slaps her in the face.
No, man.
And not a cute little slap on the butt or something, but like hits her. And I'm like, whoa, where did this come from?
Yeah.
Or another trend I've noticed lately, a lot of spitting in the mouths.
I just don't get it.
I
It's
love
just too
kissing.
much.
I love swapping a little spit.
I think it's
Spitting in somebody's face. It's weird to me.
I think it's the progression of pornography. Like it's when it started. I mean, it really started like the 60s.
Yeah.
But it was just.
Well, I mean, porn's been around forever, but with the
right.
liberation movement, things like that.
It was just boom, watch, go, wah, wah, wah. It just, a girl goes to a doctor, the doctor fucks her. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Just missionary, doggy style,
Right.
girl on top.
Right. Dude, I just think the bar has been raised.
Well, because we're in this digital age now where everything's so instantaneous and you could see whatever the fuck you want to see.
Right.
But in order to keep it legal, it's almost like it's like they're teetering on snuff film. You know what I mean?
Dude,
like,
seriously.
I don't want to go to prison, but
No.
let's get real close.
Yeah, and man, I don't know. So I think I might try it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to hear some feedback. If anybody's still listening, well, I know there's a few people still listening. Who am I kidding? If you're still listening, like, let's hear. Have you ever tried to
No fap
abstain?
November?
Yeah.
I'd like to hear like what girls do. I mean, I know for dudes, it's the majority of dudes I know, like it's a thing we all talk about. Like, yeah, fucking since I was 12 or 13 or whatever, like just I can't stop jerking off. Maintenance. And you hear like girls like, we masturbate too. I'm like, I don't think as often.
Not every day.
I don't think there's a
Maybe I'm wrong.
girl who's masturbated 5 times in a day.
Maybe
so.
Maybe.
I don't know.
No, you know what? There is.
Yeah.
But I'm going to guess that not quite as often, but I would love to know more.
Yeah.
I would love to know more. Ask your friends. Ask your girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Your girls that are your friends. Ask them. I'd like to know. And
like, sober October. Well, yeah.
No fap November.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one for August because August literally starts tomorrow. So maybe I can get one more in tonight.
No busts in August. That's kind of like a nut bust. It's a thinker. It's a thinker.
It's a real thinker. All right, we're going to wrap it up now. Josh, it's been fun doing this cold coffee.
Dude, this has been nice. We haven't done this in a long time, and it felt really, really, really good.
It did. And, for those of you who stick around to the end of the show, like, thank you guys so much. I want to give a shout out to Henri from the Speakeasy.
Oh, yeah.
Ran into him last week. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right.
Henri, yeah.
Henri. All right, great. How do you spell that?
Henri, like Henry, but
cool.
Henri.
All right, cool. Well, I ran into him and he said, hey man, been enjoying the show. I listen to it when I do inventory on Sunday nights. And he goes, by the way, if you keep him around an hour and a half, that's about the time it takes me to do my inventory. So we're a little shy of that tonight. Apologize for that, but thanks, man. That was really nice to hear that in person.
Yeah, I do want to bring up. So we've been doing this thing every week. We'll do an Instagram post and ask you a question about, get your feedback going.
Something related to the show.
So last week's show, the question was, what was your worst fashion faux pas from your younger years? And we got Fernet.Bronco says, I had the biggest and dumbest rave pants possible. We're talking 40-inch cuff synthetic material with cargo pants. I'm now 34 and have still never been to a rave in my life. I find that hilarious because in high school, I loved raver girls.
Oh, yeah.
But I've never been to a rave in my life. Loved the culture. I got it for the girl side. I just never understood dude rave culture.
Right.
You
Like
know what I mean?
a cute raver girl is adorable.
But a raver guy's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah. You got your like oval red frame or red lensed glasses.
Yeah, like ski goggles.
Yeah,
like, pretty much.
You got like a pacifier around your neck. You got some 60-inch kickwears.
I always think like Special K from fucking Can't Hardly Wait.
Yeah,
just
totally.
big pants, kickwears.
I never went to a rave. I dated 2 raver girls. It's so funny to call them that. Raver girls. Don't put me in a box. Raver girl.
Oh, that sometimes when we're talking about porn, I will search raver and nothing comes up.
Nah.
It's just it's done. People don't rave anymore. It's not the same kind of a thing.
It's different now. But yeah, I never went to a rave. I always wanted to, but I just didn't. I didn't know where the cool rave spots were.
Yeah.
I didn't do drugs when I was younger, so it's just like, I guess I missed out on that.
But apparently you hear people talk about them. Oh yeah, they do these warehouse raves all the time. Like, What?
Yeah. Well, thanks, Lucas, for the feedback.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you and everybody who does the feedback. It's fun.
Yeah.
We're going to keep doing it. And I guess we'll just see you next week.
Bye.